Hello and welcome to your all Zodiac reading. Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective? What do we need to focus on this weekend? This weekend there's a lot of energy going on this weekend. So listen in stillness, you meet your true self. So in stillness, you meet your true self. So perhaps a pause, perhaps some type of listening is needed. So number 18, which is a 9. We have your greatest joy pollinates the earth or the world. That's a number 41, which is a 5, which is change. And a number 10, deliver your greatest gift to the world. So I just heard that there's change going on. You need to pause, take your time, right? There's a lot of Mars is scoring Pluto. That's Mars is your action, right? That's Aries, leadership, action. And Pluto is about transformation and shifting, right? So you have the 5 here, which is about change. Listen in stillness, you meet your true self. So when we take that pause, when we listen to ourselves, let me turn on my little thing here. When we take pause, and when we listen to what's coming in, when we're open to what's coming in, that brings us the joy, and that joy is what's going to be pollinating the world, right? What are we bringing to the collective? That's what this whole journey for us, for Pluto and Aquarius, is about. We've had all types of lessons learned in the past decades, right? When Pluto was in Capricorn, that was what, 18 years? That's a long time, almost 2 decades, right? So what was going on then? Now we're learning from those lessons. So we have a number 9, a number 10, which is flanking the number 5, which is change. Okay. So I want to get a couple of cards for these Oracle Spirit. Let's get a little bit of clarification on these cards, and then I'm going to draw some cards for each zodiac sign. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. So when we listen and meet our true self in this stillness, it's going to lead to prosperity. It's going to lead to happiness and fulfillment, right? We're going to set up boundaries, and we're going to move through those boundaries in this time of change and shift. Okay, let's get some clarifications for your greatest joy pollinates the world, which is the 5 card, which is the change and the shifting. Okay. We have 3 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. So this mission that you're on, this passion, and this moving forward is what's bringing you joy. You have been working on it. This is something that you're very passionate about. You have the Magician on the bottom, which is about having all the tools that you need to move forward. Remember, this Knight of Wands doesn't ask for permission. He takes initiative, right? So you're moving forward with this change. You just might have to pause. But we're going to get some clarification for each zodiac sign. So let's greatest gift, delivering the greatest gift to the world. So your greatest joy pollinates the world, and you're delivering your greatest gift to the world. So this is all about what you're bringing to the world right now, and it has to do with your passions, right? It's something that you've been working on. So you have the Moon and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm getting a connection with the Seven of Wands and the Moon. You are setting up, and you have the Eight of Cups. So you're setting these boundaries. You've worked on these things, these issues that are buried deep below or underneath, right? And you're working on your confidence, your abundance, because you're moving to your best and highest self. And that's the energy that I'm getting with this. But if you need to sit still by all means. Okay. Let us get a few decks here. And we're not going to do any clarifying. So let's start with Taurus. We're almost in Gemini. So what guidance do you have for Taurus? Spirit, please. Ten of Wands, High Priestess, Emperor, Magician, Eight of Cups, Two of Wands. So you're, like I was saying, you're learning these lessons, you're moving forward, you are putting those burdens down, right? What's challenging you is that you have the knowledge, right? But you have to seek deep inside you what that knowledge is. You have the tools, right? The tools are what you're not seeing coming. And with this with this Emperor, that's all the kings. And the Emperor is leadership, right? That's that Aries energy. And you need to take action, right? Take action with these passions, but trust your intuition. Manifest if you need to. You're moving to your best and highest self. That's your hopes and your dreams, is about moving to your highest self. So trust yourself. What's on the bottom here? The Two of Cups. There could be some love that I just heard in the way, that could be coming out several ways, right? It could be that it's blocking you in a way that you don't want to, I heard, interfere with it. But it could also be showing you that you want to move forward, but you want to take that love with you forward. You're putting your burdens down. So maybe this relationship, this love relationship that you have is, there's some parts of it that you have to leave behind, right? You have to put some things aside so that you can move forward. But you have all the tools here. You just have to be open to it. Remember, the High Priestess has unlimited potential. She has the answers. You just have to ask her. And with this outcome card here of the Two of Wands, that's what it's telling you, is you need to manifest. Ask for what it is that you want and be open to what's coming in. Okay, Taurus, you have all the tools. You are wanting to move to your best and your highest self. You just need to remember that you are the Emperor, right? You have the confidence, or you need to remember that you have everything you need to move forward. You just have to remember that and trust your intuition. Okay, Gemini. All right, Spirit, what do you have for Gemini? What guidance for Gemini? Okay, lots of cards here. So the Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, Empress, Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Lover's card. Okay, so you're planting seeds. This joy that you're feeling, this gift that you want to give to the world, this ending to a new beginning with the 9 and the 10, is about planting seeds. You've already manifested, right? Taurus needed to manifest. You planted those seeds, and now you're in the process of having it come to fruition. But you have the Temperance card here, is which is challenging you, but that's Archangel Michael that's protecting you. It's also about balance and harmony. And you have the Lover's card, and then you have the Two of Cups there. That's your outcome is love. So you're working towards this love. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is about another balance card. And the Empress. The Empress is about receiving, right? The Empress is Venus, right? It's Libra, ruled by Libra. And so it's also Taurus. So love, grounding, balance, right? More balance. Balance, 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 balance. Lots of balance. So there's some balance that you need. I just keep saying balance, right? And then you have the Page of Pentacles here, which is about ambition and being excited about this new venture that you want to be on. And then you have the Two of Wands on the bottom, which is about the manifesting, right? So you've planted seeds. If you need to manifest more, manifest more. You're on the right track, Gemini. You're moving forward. All this energy that's happening right now, it's propelling you forward. It's exciting you. It's bringing you those things that you've been waiting for. It's like you need to have patience, or you've had patience. And I think that's what is kind of I heard putting off, but that's not really, maybe a little bit of frustration is that you've been patient and now you're wanting to move forward. So be open to what's coming in. Ask for more help if you need to. Okay. Cancer. What's going on for Cancer? King of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, High Priestess, Six of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So you're at a decision point right now, Cancer, and your challenge is that Two of Pentacles, right? You're like, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Remember, we are able to make those choices, right? And when we choose either direction, remember, don't have expectations, right? Just be open to what's coming in. You can choose something in the hopes of a goal, but don't have expectations. There's a difference between having a goal or setting a goal and having expectations. But let's say you choose to go this way and it's not quite working out the way you want it to, then you can move in a different direction, or you can make another choice, right? That's the thing that we need to remember, is we always have choices. And you are showing up as the energy that's around you is the Queen of Swords. You're making those choices. You can see through what it is that you need to do, right? Could be with this moon. The moon is illuminating things for you right now. And you have the High Priestess, which is unlimited potential. Your hopes and dreams are this Six of Cups, these blessings, I'm feeling harmony again. And the Two of Swords, trust your intuition. You have the High Priestess and the Two of Swords. Trust that intuition. What is it telling you? This Knight of Wands is propelling you forward. You have the Page of Wands. You have passion. You have initiative. You have confidence. You just need to have that confidence in that decision that you need to make for yourself. You can do this, Cancer. And I know it's hard for Cancer sometimes to put themselves first, but you have to tell yourself that it's okay for you to put yourself first in this, right? Because this is your choice. You can always, again, those choices, you can always make another choice and do things a little bit differently if it's not going exactly the way that you were leaning towards, right? You got this, Gemini. I'm sorry, Cancer. You got this. Okay, Leo. What's going on for Leo, Spirit? What guidance do you have for Leo for this weekend? Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, Justice, Star, Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. So there's some truths that you're learning. This is where that stillness might have to come in. With the truths that are coming in, you might have to manifest and ask for assistance. You're trying to balance. I just heard that there might be some legal matters for some of you Leos. But there's healing going on. You're taking these things that you've been working on and you're trying to decide which way you're going to go. Are you going to use these lessons learned? Are you going to use some of them and release some of them because they no longer serve you? You've been through that, you processed it, and now you've learned those lessons, right? And I just heard complex. Maybe it's so complex that you can leave these here and then take the rest of it with you forward. But you have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is slow and steady, right? Slow and steady wins the race. It's also tied into this stillness here. And what's on the bottom is the Page of Pentacles. So you are building on your foundation. I just heard something like pieces missing, right? There's some things that you're waiting for. You're still building on that. Trust your intuition here, right? Again, ask for what it is that you need and be open to what's coming in. You're healing and you're going to be successful. I'm just hearing more patience. You just need to be patient, Leo. And because Leo, I'm hearing that you're kind of being impatient. You're ready for this to come and you just need to, the Six of Swords. So you are moving forward. You just have to move through those choppy waters and get through it. Okay, Leo, you need to trust yourself, take those lessons learned. There might be a little bit more healing. There's some more balance that you need. And then trust the truths that are coming in. Okay. All right. Virgo, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Virgo? What guidance do you have for Virgo this weekend? The Seven of Cups, the Nine of Wands, Four of Cups, King of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Moon. There's a lot going on for you, Virgo. Lots of decisions. And Virgos always want to make the right choice. And there's a process and you're stressing over it. That's what your challenge is right now. Is that you've done all these things and you're like, okay. And that's the energy I'm getting with everything right now is we're ready to move forward, but there's some roadblocks that are coming in, right? Some little speed bumps that we have to get through. So there's that pause again with the Four of Cups. You know, she's sitting there and she's meditating. She's seeing what she has in front of her and she's taking her time. Then you have the King of Swords, which is about discernment, right? You have the wisdom to make the decisions that you need to make. You know what you want. The King of Swords has been through the battles, right? You know exactly how you want to go. I think the fact that you have a lot of options is what's kind of getting in your head a little bit. It's a little overwhelming. And your hopes and dreams are about moving forward, this Eight of Wands, but don't move too fast. And with this Moon, know that there might be a few things that you need to deal with. Those speed bumps, right? I think that's what's causing you a little bit of the overthinking and the stress, I guess, is that there's too many choices. But trust yourself, right? Trust your intuition. Trust that you know which direction you want to go. You have that King of Swords, right? You know which way to go. Trust yourself. Okay, Virgo? All right, Libra. Spirit, what guidance do you have for Libra? Eight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the King of Wands. Okay, so you're holding yourself back. You're not planting enough seeds. You're not, I just heard seeing clearly, you're not, there's cloudiness or a haze or something in front of you. You're not seeing in front of you enough. You feel like you need to heal some more. But your outcome is this King of Wands, which is the entrepreneurship, right? The visionary. So you open yourself up to that. What, maybe there's something new that you could be doing in this movement, right? In this closing and opening, right? This ending and new beginning. Trust your what's lit in front of you, right? Unburden yourself. There's, with this Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing you're feeling like there's somebody or something in your way, but you need to move past that. You need to unburden yourself. It's a self-inflicted burden that you're putting on yourself. You're feeling like there's something in your way. You have the Four of Wands on the bottom. That is victory, right? That is a happy ending. They are celebrating. And then the Ten of Swords, right? So something is coming to an end that is better for you. There might be a little bit of tension with what's ending. Maybe you don't want what's ending to end. That could be why you're self-restricting yourself. But know that it's for your best and highest good. If there's some more healing that you need to do, be mindful of that. Continue to do that. Take those lessons learned with you and know that there's going to be some love and joy at the end. You are the best thing for you, Libra. You just have to trust yourself. What's bringing you joy, right? All that work you did with Venus in retrograde. Don't forget about all that. What is it that you want to bring you all that joy? And then move forward with that, okay? Okay, Scorpio. What guidance do you have for Scorpio, please, Spirit? Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, Tower, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you're passionate about something right now, and your challenge is you're not knowing how to cut through what is real and what isn't. We have Neptune energy right now that's really strong, and that could be bringing you some confusion with fantasy versus reality, right? Be a little discerning with that Queen of Swords, right? The Queen of Swords, she knows how to cut through that crap. So this Tower, I think, is what is causing that overwhelm. But you have the Queen of Cups. You have to nurture yourself, right? You have the Ace of Pentacles here in your hopes and dreams. You want to plant seeds. You can still plant seeds. Even if you're feeling overwhelmed, you can take that time, right? Pause, listen, the stillness, right? Don't move so fast. You have initiative, but take that pause and don't stress yourself out. You might, like with Libra, they had the Eight of Swords, which was like a self-imposed burden or a self-imposed restriction. You have the Chariot on the bottom, which is about Aries. What's best for me? So what's best for you, Scorpio? What's best for you to move forward, right? Chariot is about moving forward, even if it's little increments. And then you have the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So align your head and your heart. You've gone through the battles, right? You feel like you're the wounded warrior and you just keep going through those battles. But align your head and your heart. Trust yourself. Trust that you can make these choices. The towers aren't necessarily always bad. It's just change that's happening. There's a shift going on right now. You have an ending to a new beginning. Don't self burden yourself, right? You have the ability to make the choices that you need. Ask for help if you need to. You've been planting seeds. You know how to cut through the crap when you need to. Trust yourself, Scorpio. Okay? I know there's a lot of energy going on. You just might be feeling a little overwhelmed, but maintain that confidence in yourself, okay? Sagittarius, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Sagittarius? Okay. Oh, Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Sun, Four of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, so that Page of Pentacles in reverse is about, I feel like you're procrastinating. Your challenge is the happiness. You're not seeing the happiness in front of you. It could be like with Libra where that haze was going on, right? Your outcome is the devil. Your outcome is not obsessing over something, not restricting yourself, right? They have chains around their necks, but they're loose. They can release those chains. And okay, so your hopes and fears are this is the Seven of Cups. There's some, so you want choices, but maybe there's too many choices. But you're showing up, you want happiness, but you're not seeing the happiness. Because you have this Page of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like you're missing out on something. Again, the Chariot, right? Moving forward, what's best for you? That's Aries. Take your time. And then you have the Eight of Swords. Unburden yourself. The Three of Pentacles. Is there somebody that you feel is in your way? Page of Wands. Be more excited about it. You have the ability to move forward. Two of Swords. Trust your intuition. There's just so much energy going on right now. I feel like you are self-imposing this burden on yourself, Sagittarius. And if you need to pause, pause, right? In stillness, right? Is where we find our true self or where we meet our true self. So if you need to pause just for a second, just to gather yourself and ground yourself, then do that, okay? All right. Capricorn, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Capricorn? Okay, got some jumpers here for Capricorn. Five of Cups, Two of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Moon. So we have the Moon, the Moon, the Moon. So what is being illuminated for you, Capricorn? You are showing up as the Five of Cups. You need to make sure that you are not focusing on what you don't have, but focus on what you do have, right? Don't focus on what's no longer there. Trust your intuition. That is what is crossing you right now. That's your challenge. Plant seeds. Take your time, right? Pause. You're wanting to move forward. You have the Eight of Cups here, which is about moving to your best and highest self. You've done the work. You have the passion to move forward. You know that things are moving forward. You have the resources. You have the ambition to do it. You just have to remember the confidence that you have within yourself. You have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which is what's happening underneath. You are going to reach that fulfillment, right? That wealth, that prosperity, and that security that you want. Six of Swords, you're moving past the rippled waters. Five of Pentacles, you might have to release some things that are no longer serving you. You've been working through, I heard that you've been working through these things, and you just have to trust yourself. with this chariot here, right? That's the emperor that's driving the chariot. He's ruled by Aries, and Aries is what's best for me. So what is it that you want right now? What is it that's going to get you to that next level? That's what you need to focus on. Okay, Capricorn. Aquarius. Spirit, what guidance do you have for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to focus on this weekend, please, Spirit? Okay. So we have the King of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Two of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Page of Swords. So you're showing up as a vision, as having visions, right? You have new ideas, but your challenge right now is it's a struggle. You are, I just heard, fighting with yourself with this struggle. You have the Five of Swords here, which is about taking. So this Five of Swords could be the struggle with yourself, right? You're moving through these things that are causing you a little bit of stress. But if you notice, she has three of those swords and she has two on the ground. There's two other people in that. That could be you. That could be you going through those phases of that stress and that struggle. But you're gathering what it is that you want to move forward with. And you have the Two of Cups here. This could be a partnership of some kind. You're joining forces with, could be yourself. It could be with another person or another, I heard, entity. And your hopes and dreams is the High Priestess. Is this okay? So the High Priestess has unlimited potential, and I just heard that you're questioning that potential. What is it that you feel like you're lacking something? That I don't think you are. I think you just need to trust yourself. And with this Page of Swords, you need to remember that new truths are coming out to try to inspire you. Be open to that inspiration. You have the Knight of Swords on the bottom, which is about moving forward, but don't move too fast. You have the Devil, unburden yourself. The Knight of Cups, there's a message of love that's coming in. There could be a partnership that's coming in for you. This ending to this beginning, right? What is about this joy that you need to focus on? And then you have the Three of Swords. Perhaps you were hurt in the past and you don't want to be hurt again. So just know that you can move yourself through this struggle by going through the phases of the struggle that you need. Put down what it is that you don't need anymore, right? Remember, the King of Wands is the entrepreneur. He's a visionary, and he's also a leader, right? And he's wearing his armor underneath, so he's ready to fight for what it is that he wants if he needs to, right? So just trust yourself. Pause again. Pause if you need to. Slow down. Ground yourself, okay? Pisces. Spirit, what guidance do you have for Pisces, please? Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Fool, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. So each of these cards is one, right? There's only one, like an individual, right? Are you feeling alone? You have the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Are you feeling stressed out? Are you putting undue stress on yourself? You have the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So this stress that's building up, it's leading to an end that has to happen, right? You're going on a new journey. Something new is happening, but remember, the Fool, he doesn't realize that he has all the tools in his satchel, right? He has to meet the magician for the magician to show him, hey, look what was in your bag. Now he has to go through that journey, which is the major arcana, to see how to use those tools and to get through each of the stages. But you have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of the Ace of Wands here. So there's, in this new beginning, there might be some new truths, some new passions that are coming out. Your challenge is about your stability. It's about finding that confidence, right? Set those boundaries if you have to. You have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is about achieving that goal, right? So you have the Nine of Pentacles. Again, right? So that confidence, be confident in yourself. The Ten of Wands, put those burdens down. And here's the Page of Swords, which is about learning some new truths. Maybe there's some new truths that you need to learn. And then you have the World, right? So a chapter is ending. You just remember that this is a new journey and you have the tools that you need. You just have to go through the process in order to see how you're going to use those truths in this movement forward. Okay, Pisces? And now we have Aries. Spirit, what guidance do you have for Aries? What does Aries need to focus on, please? Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hangman. So you're showing up as the Five of Pentacles. You're stuck seeing, so the Five and the One and the Ace of Pentacles is Six of Pentacles. So you're finding, your block is that finding the balance in those blessings, right? But remember that the Ace of Pentacles, see that gate? The gate is about moving forward. You're going to be moving forward through that gate. And the Ace of Pentacles is about planting seeds. So what is it that we have, other than the Queen of Wands and the Hangman here, it's all Pentacles. So there's something going on with your foundation, with your stability, right? It could be about work, right? Pentacles could be about work. You have to see things in a different perspective. This Queen of Wands, she's very passionate, right? You have you have the black cat. The black cat, cats do what they want, right? And you hear the jingling. That is my little kitten. And believe me, she does whatever she wants. But you need to have the confidence in what you need or what you want. Remember, you're moving to higher ground. You've accomplished all these things. You worked through all this. You have the Ten of Pentacles twice, right? You have the Ten of Pentacles here and the Ten of Pentacles here. And here's the Eight of Cups again. You are moving forward. The Tower. There could be some changes coming through. Take your time to heal from those changes. And just continue to move forward. We have the Knight of Swords. Keep moving. Aries, trust yourself. You have the Queen of, so you have the Queen of Wands twice. You have the Ten of Pentacles twice. And you have the Eight of Cups twice. So that's reinforcing moving to your best and highest self. That's reinforcing the passion. That's reinforcing your confidence. That's reinforcing that you're going to have that prosperity and that achievement that you want. Okay, Aries? Thank you so much for all the likes and subscribes. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning to my channel, thank you so very much. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, please share it with them. And don't forget to like this video so other people can hear this message. And if you would like to have access to the extended weekly love focus, please join my membership. And you will also get access to a free ebook, which is a free download. It's about your astrology birth chart basics. I am going to be getting a little bit more into that. I have my Sunday morning coffees that deal with the energies of the week. There is a lot of energy that's going on with Saturn in Aries, and that is going to be within the next 3 years. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on with my Sunday morning coffees. How are we working through that? What's going on? There's a lot of things going on with my channel. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good day.